Hi, my name is Neuro, and this is an episode of Bodyworks. Today we're going to be talking about how the body regulates mood. I'm currently a nursing student. None of this is medical advice. These are some interesting facts that I found out about the body in my classes. Today we are going to be talking about neurotransmitters. If you don't know what neurotransmitters are, they are brain chemicals that go throughout the rest of your body. There's over 40 neurotransmitters, and today we're only going to be talking about 3 that you might be familiar with, but if not, you will be by the end of this episode. Have you ever wondered why your mood is sometimes different from the situation you're in? That might be because of your neurotransmitters. The first neurotransmitter that I'm going to be talking to you today about is serotonin. Serotonin is known as the feel-good neurotransmitter. It has to do with your appetite, your energy, your emotion, your digestion, and your memory. Serotonin is naturally produced in the brain, but what you guys might not know is that serotonin is also naturally boosted through joyful events like laughing, hanging out with your friends, exercise, healthy diet, and being out in the sun. Here's the thing about serotonin. Having too little serotonin will affect your mood, but having too much serotonin will also affect your mood. So there is a fine line between having the right amount to make sure that you are sufficiently happy. If you have too much serotonin, it is called serotonin syndrome. This happens when you take a combination of medications that you're not supposed to be taking, or if you take too much of a certain medication. So if someone were to take MDMA like Molly, and they were to take it with an anti-anxiety like an SSRI, and they were to take those together, then it can have really bad effects like making you more depressed and more anxious than if you were to take either of those. And that's too much serotonin, but having too little serotonin can throw off the mood stabilizer. So one of the things we're learning about is put yourself in non-stressful situations. If you find yourself in a negative situation, just take a deep breath and remember to be good to yourself. Remember to put yourself in a more positive environment, and here's why. Lack of serotonin can cause fatigue. Some people might feel sluggish, they might not want to get out of bed or have motivation for anything. It could just be because your serotonin is low. Now that we understand serotonin a little better, let's go into dopamine. Dopamine is my personal favorite because it has to do with drugs, sex, and favorite foods. I'm just kidding, but let's really get into why this neurotransmitter is so important. Dopamine is often what causes people to be so addicted to different substances or things because of how much excitement and pleasure it causes in the brain. However, dopamine is also a great thing. It makes us want to have relationships with others. It makes us want to work out. It makes us want to accomplish things at work because it's the reward center in our brain that tells us we did a great job. And anytime you feel good, it's your serotonin and dopamine working. And now onto our next neurotransmitter. Oxytocin is the love hormone. It is oftentimes produced in the honeymoon phase of the relationships when couples are swooning over each other. It is released during sexual activity and is directly linked to the intensity of orgasms. That's why when you go to a romantic place like this and you go back and have sex with someone you really care about, it is so much better than having sex with someone that you don't know at all. It increases trust, empathy, increased fidelity, relaxation, and overall infatuation. According to National Library of Medicine from an article written by Oti et al., an increased oxytocin level in the circulation influences libido, penile reflexes, and better orgasms. You can increase oxytocin in the brain through simple acts of touch like hugging someone, cuddling them, giving them a massage, and maybe spending time with a loved one and giving them some TLC. And if you're low in sex drive, you might be low in oxytocin. However, if you're fine in the sex drive department, you probably have just enough. I hope you learned something about your neurons today, and I hope by each episode you'll learn more and more about your body. My name is Natalie Levine. This is Bodyworks. Until next time.